Well, hi everyone, Sean here. I trust that this screencast video finds you doing well. I wanted to put together this video just to communicate some really exciting and important information for our practice, Humphries Wealth Group, and I think exciting information for each one of our families who are part of our practice. So let me just kind of set the table a little bit in terms of this communication. So first of all, it's hard to believe that I've been in the financial services industry for well over 30 years. Set up my own practice back in the early 90s. And for many clients, we've had an ongoing relationship for 30 years. And it's extraordinary how quickly that time has passed. Now, I know I look like I'm 35, but for those clients who have been with me that long, you can do the math. And of course, I can't believe it, turned 61 this past August. So it's only natural, as we have a lot of retired clients. We have a lot of clients who are very close to retirement or transitioning into retirement. And I think it's only natural that in their minds they're also asking the question, what about my advisor who I've got this 3-decade relationship with? Or what if I'm 10 years away from retirement? Will my advisor, Sean, be retiring at the same time that I am? And so if the question doesn't get asked, and actually the question has been asked a few times, it's probably thought about. So this communication really is to let you know sort of our vision for the next number of years in terms of our financial planning practice. And so I'm going to share with you some really exciting news, sort of share with you the roadmap for the practice over the next decade. And then certainly it might bring up additional questions, but hopefully more than anything else, it's going to give you the confidence that you've got a team that's going to be around for a long time, and that we are being very intentional in terms of our succession planning and ongoing servicing model over the next several years. So the first thing I want to just bring to your attention is just, not everyone, I'm sure, goes to our website all the time, but I'll take you to our website, which basically to our team page, and let's just talk about our team a little bit right now. Now, this is a page from our website. This is the Our Team tab, and if you go to this tab, it'll first of all show you this 35-year-old advisor that I talked about before. And I just want to share with you the roles of each member of the current team. So Milan Cook. So Milan has been with my practice, again, hard to believe, 25 years, 1996, the year that my oldest child, Hannah, was born. And Milan has a great depth of experience, and from an academic standpoint, she has her business degree. She's a chartered financial planner. She's an IROC licensed securities advisor, and she has played an absolutely critical role in supporting me in working with client files, doing research, helping with the financial planning analysis. And we have some really exciting news in that Milan has become an equity partner in the practice. She's now an owner. And so she sees herself not only having the last 25 years with the practice, but now really has significant skin in the game and will be involved in the practice for many, many more years. And I'm just delighted that she's made that decision. We then have Rosa Kim, who's relatively new to our practice. She's been here for a few years now. Rosa is often a point of contact for many of you when we're setting up meetings. She helps with basic administration. She's just a great go-to person for our team, very capable on the administrative side. And our senior administrator is Jen, who's been with us for a number of years, and Jen plays a very critical role on the client administration side. You'll often get emails from Jen and Rosa when it comes to client accounts or transactions that go on in files. So this is our direct team, and then we also have our branch team. So as many of you know, our team is one of really 30 teams in our branch. The branch has 30 advisors with their support staff. And before we moved to our new location, I was one of 3 partners in the old branch. Now in our new branch, we've broadened the partnership group out to 7 partners. So I'm one of 7 partners in the branch. That's actually very exciting news, both for our practice but also for the branch, because it builds even stronger foundation from a branch administration standpoint. So it provides greater depth, more experience, some younger partners as well, which we think is really important in terms of our succession planning. Now, I'm going to use this family photograph taken this summer as a way of introducing another really exciting event that took place for Humphries Wealth Group and our practice. So first of all, I don't often talk about my family in this kind of venue, but here we are. And so, of course, my wife Tanya, who's been behind the scenes an incredibly important support to the development growth of our practice, giving me the freedom and flexibility to be self-employed and to work in this industry. We have Paul. Paul's 15. He's a cello player in high school. It's been a very interesting high school experience for him the last couple of years. And I'm not sure if Paul's going to be an offensive lineman or whether he's going to be a cello player. He's still trying to figure that out. So that's our Paul. He's a teddy bear and a really loving guy. We have Hannah. Now Hannah, like I said, was born the same year that Milan came into our practice. She's 25. She graduated from law school in Ottawa, and she's currently doing an articling position with CI Investments, who are the parent company of Asante, in their legal in-house counsel department. Not sure where she's going to end up, whether she's going to stay in the financial services industry, but it's interesting that that's the industry she's working right now in law, and I'm really excited about where she's going to go in the future. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back to Winnipeg and working with Humphries Wealth Group at some point. Avery graduated from Asper Business School recently. He's been working with the National Bank for a few years, and he was given a full-time job offer in Toronto in their investment banking division. Loves merger and acquisition activity. Really excited. He's in Toronto now, working in the financial district. Will he be back to Winnipeg? Will he ever be part of my practice? Who knows? Could happen. And then Joshua. Joshua's at Asper Business School as well, working to complete his commerce degree. Joshua actually worked for me full-time this summer and is working part-time through his school year. And Josh and I've had some great discussions, and he has decided that he wants to pursue a career on the retail side of the financial services industry and to be part of our practice going forward. So I'm really excited about that. It's a long learning curve for him. But I wanted to introduce that because over time, you might get an email from Josh it could be a courtesy call or email. It could be fielding questions and getting answers. So you'll start seeing his name begin to emerge in some of the emails and correspondence and communication. So we have our administrative team with Rosa and Jen, who do an amazing job. We have Milan to both support my role but also help with servicing of clients. And now that she's an equity partner, that just provides great continuity long-term for the team. And then the youngest part of the generational group will be Joshua, who in his early 20s will be growing into the practice and learning more and more about the business. So I couldn't be more delighted about that particular development for our practice and team. Now, what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about philosophy. So I've talked about a lot of things so far in this video, but let me share with you a little bit about retirement philosophy and my take on it. And hopefully this will be somewhat helpful for you as you try to get a sense for, where Humphries Wealth Group is going to go, what my intentions are. So obviously we've laid the foundation with our new branch. We're in a 10-year lease. We've invested heavily. I'm one of the signatories to that branch lease. And so at a minimum, I'm going to be involved for the next decade on that particular part of the financial services practice. We have a team that we're broadening. And why that's really, really important is I fully intend to be in this business for many, many years. A lot of clients who are transitioning to retirement are obviously in situations where they're with corporations, governments, school divisions, various employers, where there is a typical end date for their careers. Whether it's in mid to late 50s, 60, early 60s, 65. Usually by 65, most people have made that transition. That's just the way the work world typically works. But when it comes to self-employed individuals, and certainly this would be the case in the personal services industry, whether it's law, accounting, financial services, it's not uncommon for advisors to work well into their 60s and even into their 70s. Now that's with one caveat. First of all, the advisor, as they get older, they need to have a few things in place. Number one, they need to have a solid support team, which I believe we have built and are building as part of our practice. Number two, they have to have good energy. And so I've tried to be very attentive to that over the years. And so good energy, good support team. And also the ability to have a team that, as years go by, that clients go, I'm really, really comfortable with the robust nature of this team. I have confidence in this team. So if Sean's away on holidays or taking time off, I know that my needs will be looked after. I'm glad to have Sean as sort of the point person and the relationship manager, but I'm also glad that we've got a great team that can provide continuity. It's not like Sean's the team and I might have a part-time administrator, and it would not be great if Sean's not around anymore. We've got a great team that if, for whatever reason, because of unanticipated health issues, could be out on holidays or whatever, clients would go, hey, I get that. As you get older, if you're going to take some time off, totally get that. That will extend the longevity of your career. And I'm glad that there's a support team in place. If something does come up, I'll have confidence that my financial services needs will be looked after. So going forward, we've got the older generational group, me at age 61. We have Milan, who's a couple of decades younger. I won't give her a specific age. And then Joshua, who will be an important part of that planning. And we do realize that we're likely going to have to bring in, at some point, a young associate as well to work alongside Joshua on the long-term planning that we'll be doing as a practice. So that really summarizes the communication. Is Sean retiring anytime soon? Absolutely not. I intend to be in the business for many, many more years, and we've been building up the support structures to make sure that that's a very high probability of happening. We've also been very intentional and continue to build out our team. So that team's going to be around for many years as well, not just to support me, but to help in the support of our client families as they journey through their financial planning needs and transitions in life. So I couldn't be more happy about the developments of the last several months, and looking forward to working with you as a client family for many, many more years. Anyway, you take care. If you have any feedback on this video, don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you have any questions, points of clarification, we'd be delighted to hear from you. You take care. Bye-bye.